What's up, y'all? A few revelations I wanted to touch on today was this story arc that I thought of that I'm like currently coming out the other side of. This story arc, it consists of three arcs. The first arc being Groundhog's Day, the second arc being the hump, and the third arc being the Promised Land. Groundhog Day is the phase of life where you're comfortable being distracted and you actually enjoy it because the world is a difficult place, and sometimes we need to run certain habits into the ground to figure out that we know that they no longer serve us. We have to juice all that we possibly can out of it. And that's what I call Groundhog's Day. You wake up and there's a slight underlying feeling that you're not living out to your full purpose. And that's what Groundhog's Day is. Groundhog's Day is you wake up and every day is the same. You're indulging in distraction and blocks. And then the second phase is once you realize that these no longer serve you, you go through the hump. The hump period is you're going up and you're trying to get over to the other side. The hump period, that consists of active elimination of those blocks and distractions away from what you was put on earth to do. That's the active elimination period. That's what I call the hump. And then once you start implementing the hump, you start going all the way up, and then you start to come down. On the other side of the hump is the Promised Land, which is every day is new. Every day is creative. You wake up and you go to sleep thinking, all right, how can I make life better today through creation? Because I recently went through this phase and I'm coming out of it and I'm just getting off the hump pretty much. In the process of getting off the hump, actively eliminating all distractions and the noise, the propaganda, the hate of the world, the argumentative nature of comments, the comment section, the algorithm of other people's opinions. I'm cutting all that out. I started a YouTube fast and a social media fast. That's been going good, and I've discovered this kind of this story arc throughout my process, and I feel like I'm just now stepping into the Promised Land arc. Cutting out the noise, cutting out distractions. Another download I had was one of my biggest distractions was overeating. And when I was meditating, I was staring into a candle and I was meditating, just observing my thoughts. And I thought, sugar is the drug of intemperance. Intemperance meaning the inability to restrain your inner beast, or your inner impulsive nature, animalistic monkey brain, and I said sugar is the culprit or the drug of intemperance, really. That's probably going to be one of my next fasts, is a sugar fast, because I feel like that's a calling on my spirit right now. And yeah, this is life is a true dream. And I thought of this line while I was in the shower one day. If the roads of heaven are paved in silence, then I'm quiet as a church mouse. I was taking these adages, these phrases, colloquialisms, and I was trying to break them down and like connect them. So people say like silence is gold and the streets of heaven are paved in gold. And I immediately thought, I was like, okay, so the road to heaven is silence. That's how you get to heaven on earth, is through silence. And you cutting out the blocks and the distractions. And once you cut out like the blocks and the distractions, all you have left with is your urge to create. The natural urge to create, the wholesome urge to create, the spiritual, the pure urge to create. Nothing heavy. Everything is a want and a desire. There's no needs in art because art is free. That's what Julia says, and I believe that. Anytime I ever wanted to create, it was from a place of want. Anytime I made something good, it was from a place of want. Anytime I felt like something was forced, it's because I felt like I needed it. And that was like true detachment. And detachment is the only way to happiness. That's what I feel like. Or not even happiness, but joy. Like a feeling of being internally fulfilled. Yeah, so Groundhog's Day, the hump, and then the promised land. Wherever you're at on this journey, just know that heaven ain't far. God's not far. The distance between you and God, there is no distance. There is no distance. Because it's God, however you want to look at it, it's up to you. I can't tell you what God is. Like, everyone has to decide what God is, or the higher power is, or the universe is for themselves. And that's truly where the answers lie, within you. The answers lie within you. And yeah, just some thoughts from my morning pages today, because I kind of felt like it was one of those Groundhog days, and when I just started writing, I realized that it wasn't. It's just my nervous system being used to stagnation and the enjoyment of blocks and distractions. The artistic martyrdom and anorexia. The anorexic high that Julia speaks of. A lot of blocked artists get an anorexic high from suffocating their own dreams and desires for whatever reason, whether it's family, whether it's beliefs that you inherited growing up. Yeah, I just want you to know that heaven's not far. And the road to get there is silence. That's my closing statements. Thank you, Your Honor. I love y'all. Have a great day. Stay prayed up. Bye.